Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, thanks for hanging out with me again today. And today's episode, well, we're going to do something big, but we're going to start small. So if you guys have not seen one of these yet, this is the Kaido House Nissan GTR R34 Hornet. So what they did is they took the GTR and gave it the Hornet livery. And these things are fantastic. I am not a Matchbox collector, thank God. But this little car is just mint. The detail on this thing is ridiculous. The livery on it, it's got a full interior. It actually has the rubber tires on there with deep dish wheels and everything. So I'll put up a video, clip it here of this on the turntable so you guys can see an up-close picture of it. But the details on this thing is absolutely amazing, and I was just kind of blown away when I got it. You know, I saw it, somebody put it up on Instagram, I saw it, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And then I saw up-close pictures of it, and I'm like, okay, I need one of those. So, when I got this in my hands, I knew what I needed to do. We needed to make it bigger. And bigger, we made it. So, this is my rendition of this little guy in 10 scale. Now, it's not one-to-one. You know, I had to make some compromises and some changes for this to resemble this little guy. Now, on the Kaido House car, the whole top of the hood, trunk deck, body kit, all that stuff is all like a gray carbon fiber. Yeah, couldn't get that done on this. You know, I have seen plenty of guys paint faux carbon fiber. It looks pretty simple. I've never done it, and this was not the build to try it on. There's so many little curves and stuff and sharp corners and everything. It was going to be ridiculous for me to even attempt trying to do the faux carbon fiber on here. So what it did is it did everything that was the gray carbon fiber on this, and we painted it in the gunmetal on this one. And then everything else is black. Now, like I said, there had to be some compromises made. On this car, we have kind of that NASCAR spoiler on the back. It's just straight up. On this one, we had to go with the box spoiler because I really didn't have anything that would match this. And the wheels, now, the wheels were interesting. So, the kit comes with gray wheels. And they're nice, but like the mesh spoke. Not the Nismo wheels that were on here. Well, I had a pair of Nismo wheels, but they're black. And, they're really pushed out far. These on the little one are super inset. Had a pair of white 5 spokes, but they just didn't, they look better, but they still weren't cutting it. Of course, one of my favorite things to do is go part shopping or car shopping, and I found Tamiya has the 5-spoke 2-piece wheels 50672 or SP672. So they say they're a 2-piece wheel, so you mount the white part actually has the hex in it, and then it's chrome on both sides. So one is a narrow offset, one is a wide offset, so you can flip them and screw them together, and then you have a wheel that is either narrow offset or wide offset. So these are the kind of standard offset, I believe. I don't know. I made them to fit the body. But it allowed me to show kind of the chrome outer wheel with the white center section. Pretty much this is the box standard kit. Speaking of the box standard kit, this is the kit. This is the TTO2D R34 kit. Item number 58605, the Nissan Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune Drift Spec. That's a big name. So what makes this a drift spec car? Well, one, it has drift tires that comes with it. 2, it comes with oil shocks and a sport tune motor and a motor heatsink. And that's drift spec. Otherwise, in the manual, instead of putting lightweight grease in there, they tell you to put the anti-wear grease into the diffs, so the diffs are super tight, mainly to keep you from burning up the diff gears in there. Other than that, it's a TTO2. I didn't put any upgrades in it, so this is built up exactly as it came in the kit. It has a sport tuned in there. I put a standard servo in there and my generic buy them on eBay, Spectrum receivers, and it's ready to rock and roll. It took me a while to get it to this point. Ran into a couple issues. One is I bought a couple decal kits for the Hornet. Stripes are nowhere near long enough. You know, the Hornet stripe kit, you know, the longest one in there is like this, and it has a kick up in it. And that didn't work. So what I really need to do is get some automotive pinstriping in the 3 colors that I need. It needs to be like a kind of a bright yellow, a bright orange, and then a dark orange. The best I could find, without going all over the world looking for it, I found some whiteboard marking tape, the vinyl tape that you put up on like an office whiteboard or whatever to tape off sections, and luckily it came in those colors. Unfortunately, it is not the stickiest of tape, so on this part of the car where it's nice and straight, lays down flat. The front end, yeah, it's constantly getting bubbles and creases and everything. So it's one of those things. It's going to work for now, but not forever. Sooner or later, I will find the stickers that actually match the Hornet colors up here closer and is actually going to stay stuck to the body. Right now, you could literally grab a corner and just peel this stuff right off, which, you know, it's fine. This is 99.9% going to be a shelf queen to, you know, mock the little one, which is going to sit right beside it. I did not put the light buckets in. I just put the decals over the headlights and taillights for now, because right now I'm not planning on running it. You know, if this one lit up, maybe, sure. But not planning on putting lights in it right now. The other modification I did is when you're cutting out the car, I actually cut about 1/8 of an inch below the cut line just to give it a little bit more of kind of that, you know, body kit look. The front was actually cut pretty close. The sides I came down about 1/8 of an inch, and in the back here, we actually cut it down a lot more. So there's a lot more hanging down here than what it's supposed to be. It's almost a 1/4 inch or more hang down there, just to match the car. And then I put on some chrome exhaust tips. Get it off the stand. Whoa. We don't need Mr. Rotary there no more. So I put on some chrome exhaust tips back there. So those tips were actually leftovers from the Toyota Hilux 4x4 build, because they basically gave you like a brushed aluminum and chrome parts. So I just took the chrome dual tip mufflers and chopped them down. So it's literally just the tips sticking out and a little bit in the back there just to hold on, shoe glued those in place. But the car looks, you know, fantastic. And, you know, when you put this side by side with the other one, you know, it looks really close. You know, it looks like a blown up version of it. So really the only 2 issues I had out of this are these stripes that don't want to stay on the car, and the wheels. So the issue I had with the wheels is obviously, you know, going through the choices that I had and not finding anything that I wanted, or anything that would work and match this little guy. So once I found them, cool. They just showed up. I just put them on and I cracked one of the wheels. The drift tires, the drift spec tires from Tamiya, yeah, it's a very tough plastic, basically. There is no real rubber to it. It's like a rubberized plastic that, you know, will move without cracking, but it's tough. So trying to stuff the wheel into the tire takes a good bit of force, and you kind of have to, you can't start it flat, you kind of have to tilt it a little bit. And when I got it started in one, I tilted it and I cranked down on it like I did the other 3, and it bent and cracked the rim and kind of folded it up. So was able to bend it back out without it snapping and get it mounted. Now it does have a crack in here that I can see. From there you guys won't be able to see it, but I know it's there. So more than likely there'll be another set of those coming, so I can pop these off, put a new one on, and we'll ditch that one because it's bolted. But anyway, you know, I will get this out and get it running. So, you know, we'll see this coming up, but I just wanted to show it off to you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it was, you know, scaling up was fun. but it also had its challenges. You know, the hood on this one has the louvered vents on it to where this one has just a smooth carbon fiber hood. So we had to kind of play around with the placement of things a little bit more. And, you know, there's a few more decals on this than there are on the little car, just because there's so much more real estate on here. I kind of had to fill it in with a few more, you know, decals to make it look full, you know, not to where it was like this just barren real estate over here. But overall, it turned out great. I love the look of it. I'm super happy that I did it. You know, it was, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this needs to be an actual RC car. So I will get this out. We'll get it out on the pavement at some point, get it drifting around, sliding around. It just won't be today. So until then, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody out there, as always, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.